Welcome, and today we are going to discuss about the AIO classification of lifestyle, and I Dr. Shravanti Mukherjee from Binod Gupta School of Management, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur would be explaining this concept to you. The basic learning outcome is the concept of lifestyle and AIO classification of lifestyle. So, first we try to define lifestyle, what lifestyle is. Lifestyle, which is a psychographic variable, is a way of living of individuals, families and households, societies, which they manifest in coping with their physical, psychological, social and economic environment on a routine basis. Which means that is how we define as a flamboyant lifestyle, rugged lifestyle or different kind, happy go lucky lifestyle or different kind of lifestyles like this. So, lifestyle is articulated in both work and leisure behavior patterns, and this is obviously an individual specific thing, and it can be shown in my actions, attitude, values and distribution of expenditure. See, if I am a very happy go lucky type of person, then of course, I may spend more on parties, I may spend more on soft drinks, I may like to hang out with my friends. So, my expenditure would be skewed towards that rather than my expenditure on basic food items maybe. It also reveals the people's self image or self concept or the way they perceive themselves and trust the way they are comprehended by others. Like I want to project myself as a very happy go lucky, which I am telling that I want to project myself in that way, then obviously I am going to dress in that way, I am going to feel that some particular movie star is having this kind of personality. So, I am going to copy that person, or if I feel that any of my peer is like that, I am going to imitate that kind of action, and I want to actually have a self projection in the society in the way based whatever is my lifestyle is. In other words, lifestyle is a combination of motivation, needs, wants and is subjective as per different environmental dynamics such as culture, family, reference group and social class. Exactly what I wanted to tell. If I perceive that I am belonging to an upper class, I am an upper class person, then regarding my choice of jewelry, regarding my choice of a car, regarding my choice of even dress, everywhere I will try to project that I belong to upper class. I will always try to buy some branded and expensive items for socially visible consumption, like clothes, car, jewelry, which the society can see. So, hence the study of lifestyles, which is also called psychographics, is a significant factor in shaping the purchase decision of the contemporary consumers, may it be rural or may it be urban. So, Feldman and Thelma described the lifestyle by the following characteristics. They said lifestyle is basically a group phenomenon. Why? Because a person's lifestyle bears the control of his or her involvement in the social groups of his or her interaction with others. Two doctors in the same hospital may exhibit different kind of lifestyle. Even two persons of same income group may exhibit different kind of lifestyle. But a person staying in the rural area, suddenly if the income level increases and the similar income if the urban corporate executive is having, so both of them with this additional income may demonstrate different expenditure pattern. For example, the rural person could buy more jewelry. He may make his house from 2-storied to 3-storied, whereas when you talk about this urban person, he maybe is buying an expensive car, he is going for investing in the mutual funds, or he is buying an air conditioner or this kind of thing, or maybe he is buying a very expensive mobile or other gadgets. So, it's actually a group phenomenon. Secondly, is the lifestyle pervades various aspects of life. An individual's lifestyle may result in certain kind of stability of the behavior. Knowing a person's demeanor in one facet of life may facilitate us to foresee how he or she may act in certain situation. as right now I said, if an urban corporate executive is having some additional income, then how he is going to use that money. If central government announces DA for its staffs, then how these people of different category of central government staff is going to use this money. As a marketer, how I can capitalize this increase in DA of the central government employees, that has to be understood. Lifestyle implies a central life interest. For every individual, there are always a central family life interest, like how much time I am a family oriented person, I am a balanced person, I can make a work life balance, or I am a workaholic, I am married to my career. So, what kind of person I am? So, that is my central value. What is my opinion about the politics? What is my opinion about religion? So, that actually will determine my actions also and my purchase pattern also. Lifestyles vary according to sociologically relevant variable, like the rate of social change poses a great influence in the variations of lifestyle. So, similarly, the other demographic parameter also influence the age, sex, religion, ethnicity, social class and all this, and these are some of the parameters which influences lifestyle. Now we know that there is an augmentation in the number of double income household, and that has substantially increased the money in the hands of middle or upper middle income families, but reduced the time for the family household activities. So, that is how different family gadgets like say washing machine, then dishwashers, these kind of concepts are becoming very popular, or this kind of products rather are becoming very popular. Now, there is an appropriate way of classifying this lifestyle, which will help us to segment the market based on the lifestyle of the customer. Such one, there are many approaches like that, like Wells classification is there, Wells typology is there, then we have AIO classification. There are some other classifications as well, but a popularly used classification which I am going to discuss now is the AIO classification, which means activities, interest and opinion. These are 3 parameters, and there is this particular study has actually listed certain inventories under activities, interest and opinion, and based on the activities, interest and opinion of the customer, they could be grouped into different lifestyles. So, we will see these are the inventories. One is like activities, work, what kind of work usually I do, what is my occupation, then my hobbies, social events, how do I spend my vacation. I may spend my vacation in a leisurely way by watching movies in YouTube and all. I may be I like tourism, so maybe I will go for some foreign tours or some even domestic tours, because I like to spend my vacation in tours. Now, again, what kind of tours? I may like to take my family to a resort and spend a very calm and quiet vacation, or I may want to go some hill station and make an adventurous kind of tourism. I may go for a trekking also. So, what do I do? How do I spend my vacation can determine my lifestyle, and it could help in classifying actually the different kind of customers. So, entertainment, what entertains me actually, maybe some people are like sports, some people like movies, some people like some outdoor games, something like that. So, community, what kind of community I am in, then my shopping pattern, my sports habit, my club membership. Similarly, the interest, what is my central interest? Is my central interest my family? Then all my purchases will be actually directed to the needs of my family. Home, job, community, recreation, fashion, food, media, achievement. And opinions are about myself. How do I think about myself? A very serious person, or do I think about a very happy-go-lucky person, or I think that I am very apolitical, or I am very I am leftist, or I am rightist. Also that way, these things that determine social issues, like how do I perceive about certain things, that women can go to pubs and bars even after 8:30 till midnight, or I think that I am a very conservative person and I think no, women should come back home before 8:30 or before it is too much too night. So, that is the different social values which I have. So, which comes under this AIO classification. So, business, regarding business, whether I am at a venturesome or not, economics, education, products, different products, what is my perception? I think that consumption of alcohol is good, or I may think that consumption of alcohol is not so good, but it is socially acceptable thing. Then unless I harm somebody else. What is my opinion about my future, where I want to see myself, then in what kind of culture I belong to. So, use of AIO classification, some researches on lifestyle by the AIO inventory of heavy, medium, light users of the product turn out to be incalculably constructive for marketers. Ideally, identifying the heavy users facilitates the selection of the target audience specifically for products like cigarette, alcohol, or so on and so forth. Even the television watching habits. William Wells and Douglas Tigert used the AIO inventory first to explore the heavy user of eye cosmetics. Demographic data exposed that the heavy users of eye cosmetics were normally young, well educated and metropolitan women. Now, further the survey revealed that these respondents are also inclined towards heavy smoking and habituated in long distance telephone calls. From the survey, it was revealed that they are the aspirers for trips around the world as ones who wanted to be very fashionable home with all modern and classy furniture. Another study that Plummer applied for bank credit card users, and he has shown that the males who used bank credit cards heavily as debonair and dynamic with a high profile background with respect to income, occupation and education. The heavy card users, they placed a huge importance on individual manifestations consistent with his career and lifestyle. Normally, this type of customers bought at least 3 new suits in a year. So, they spent more, that is why they are more inclined towards credit card. And they think that their future income would be higher than their present income. That is the reason they are spending little more, that is their opinion about future here, that their future earning would be more. That is why they are spending more on credit card. This kind of behavior we can see in young age IT professionals in our country also. And they belong to several organizations, clubs, demonstrated a tendency to reveal modern and fashionable options. Now, Needham, Harper and Steers, in context of US, has applied this AIO classification to classify women in US. And this can be applied in Indian context or any other country's context also, because these are 5 different types of lifestyle of women which they have talked about. The first one is the Cathy, the contented housewife. They have named Cathy to the contented housewife. So, Cathy symbolizes simplicity. She is faithful to her family, loyally serves them as mother, housewife, cook. She likes a tranquil pace of life, stays away from anything which might upset her stability. Husband may work out and she just want a household peace. So, in some of the advertisement like Horlicks Light, Sundrop shows that she is the lady of the house who is also in the middle age, having a full fledged family, and she is concerned about her husband's health, because the husband is also in the early 40s. So, that is why she is maybe using Horlicks Light or Sundrop Super or Saffola edible oil, and these kind of images in the advertisement what we see is the replica of Cathy. Candace. Candace is the chic suburbanite. So, she is a metropolitan woman. She is sophisticated, courteous, socializing is a significant part of her life. So, therefore, she goes for sports, outings, movies. She speaks about politics, current affairs, and she is quite hectic. Her life is quite hectic. She goes for parties, she enjoys companies of her friends, and she is an insatiable reader. There are few magazines, but there could be few magazines which she like to read, and there could be few magazines which she may not like to read. For example, when we see Kareena Kapoor while promoting Lux floral design, so that is this kind of personality, very chic suburbanite, and wants a very elegant look kind of in the society. Another was the Eleanor, who is an elegant socialite, and you can see the picture, the kind of image. She is a city dweller. She likes socio-economic sides of the city in terms of her professional and spare time action. She is a style conscious, well dressed lady, and she is economically secure and a graceful shopper, and she shops for esteem and social need. So, not very price conscious, but very much brand conscious. She is a cosmopolitan woman who has toured across the world and willing to do so. So, she is also an informed customer, and marketer has to provide more information to her for choice of the product. She is not very skeptical about spending money, but at the same time she wants a better value for money, and that should look elegant. The third one is the Mildred, who is a militant mother. Now, Mildred we can find in and around of ours, like she is a woman who had a very early marriage and had children before she was ready to raise up the family. So, now she is very discontented, part of, expels her frustration by rebelling against the system. She may be called an anxious rebel too. Sometimes young ladies who are disposed of their marital life by some unavoidable circumstances, death of spouse at very early age, divorce, separation, etc., also accumulate this kind of characteristics. Television provides an ideal medium for her to live out her fantasies. Thelma, you can see here, she is an old fashioned traditionalist. Thelma is a lady who has lived a peaceful life. She has been a dedicated wife, affectionate mother, diligent housewife, but now daughters are married, sons have left their home for job. Her life is centered around kitchen, and she is not very highly qualified, has little interest in arts and cultural activities, but she spends time in watching television, chatting with neighbors, spending time with grandchildren, maybe occasional shopping for the grandchildren or their children. So, like this, and but mostly kitchen centric, buying different kind of pickles, different recipes. Look, so all these things she might be trying at that moment. What is the relevance of this kind of study? The relevance is, see, to make the categorization even more functional for segmenting markets, the specific design for women, the contemporary researchers have projected these segments in terms of indicator of product usage pattern. So, if we try to give an example, for example, Thelma, when we are talking about, she may use hair dye, but she is not about to use some kind of makeups. Whereas, when we are talking about Eleanor, the elegant socialite, she may be using very much branded cosmetics like Olay. So, this kind of or Revlon, or this kind of high price brands, or maybe Tanishq jewelries, De Beers, Diamond, or this kind of products she will be more fond of. Chic suburbanite, when we are talking about, maybe very very fashionable dresses, trendy dresses, then different kind of gadgets, electronic gadgets could be thought of for her. On the contrary, when so therefore, that is what we are trying to say. So, here I have mentioned about Lakme India, which principally targets the Eleanors, and they for perfumes, body sprays, lipstick, and so on and so forth. So, these are basically the implication to identify the suitable target segment, and accordingly you perform your promotional activity also, so that in your promotional activity also you portray that kind of person in the advertisement. Then another study which was done by Pathfinders India, and this has been provided by Mr. Sankara Pillai for my own book. So, I am just explaining this particular study, and this has been for psychographic segmentation based on lifestyle for the Indian ladies. So, the earlier one which Needham and Harper I was talking about is regarding the US ladies, but still that is also applicable in Indian context, but in India specifically Pathfinder has done this kind of study. It is a research division of Lintus and a forerunner of QED research, was the pioneer in this psychographic segmentation, and this is known as PSNAP. PSNAP means the study of nations' attitude and psychographics. There were 5 rounds conducted in 1985, 92, 96, 99 and 2005. And this has been only systematic and sustained effort by tracking the women psychographics in India. Essentially, it classified based on the attitudinal battery of about 130 statements the 10,000 housewives who form the main target groups for most FMCG products. Louis, the communication group of Linters, has termed these 5 categories as 5 faces of India, and it is named as Louis faces Mrs. Urban India. Mostly this has been done in urban context. So, this is actually the lifestyle segmentation of the urban ladies in India. So, the first segment they have named as Mrs. Hasmukh Popular. This constitutes of 27% of the household. You can see the picture also gives some glimpses of this kind of lifestyle. So, she is basically, she treats her life like a must win popularity contest. She is everybody's friend, perfect wife, perfect mother, perfect daughter-in-law, independent minded, not very self-sacrificing, and would love to be fashion leader among her friends. So, more inclined for boutique sarees, jewelries and all this. And she is respectful and caring for elders and no problem in living in the joint family, very independent, and she divides her time between husband, children, elder, then herself, her friends. She visits temple as well as she visits beauty parlor. So, in both contexts, even if you design a promotional message, you can show her in both performing both kind of activities actually. She is a role model. As a role model, she encourages kids to pursue her own careers, their own careers, and she herself would which she herself would have liked to do. She is a wife, friend and asset to her husband. The kind of product this kind of ladies are buying are mostly the household items or some personal care items like several kind of cosmetics, some beauty products and so on. Mrs. Pataka cool, 12% of the urban ladies. She is just too cool, she looks cool, she acts cool, she talks about doing what the other women don't, even talks of starting a business if she wins a lottery. So, a little bit venturesome, and her child goes to the best school. So, she is very careful about selecting the best school. She is very careful about selecting the where the if the family wants to buy an apartment, in the house should be bought in the best location or in the posh location of the city. So, this kind of concern she is having. So, she is engaged in this kind of purchasing behavior. She goes to beauty parlor, restaurants, temples, and cool metro woman, but little young and but is consulted by her husband. So, this kind of ladies also can take part in financial decision of the family, like buying mutual fund or in banking activities and all this. So, she makes different kind of new purchases like healthy cooking oil, cornflakes or several like masala oats or this kind of new things she want to try for her family. Mrs. Gharelu home pride, this is for mainly the homemakers, 18%, and this is like the perfect homemaker basically. And she likes spotless white clothes for her kids, instant food for her kids like Maggie. Then she wants their child to be well groomed. So, parachute oil, Clinic Plus shampoo, talcum powder, Fair and Lovely, this kind of products they like, she likes much. And she wants some household gadgets like mixture, water filter, sewing machine, and she loves people asking for second helpings of the food. So, understood that she likes to cook and serve also. So, kitchen recipes and semi cooked food may also catch her attention. But she thinks that she is very value conscious. She likes to spend on different household items, but she also thinks that what gives me the best return out of it, best value for money out of it. So, that is why she will buy instead of going to make her own pickles and spending time on that, she will buy noodles, glucose biscuits, healthy cooking oil, cornflakes, some some very healthy but easily cooked food for the children. For her again, just like Pataka Cool, for her also the best investment could be sending the children to the expensive schools. And her family is little traditional, not that modern. So, her behavioral pattern would be accordingly done. The next classification is Mary Awasuno, attention seeker kind of customers, that is 31%. Here the purpose of her existence is to be getting noticed. So, although she does not like the idea, her family is not so modern, but she does not like to stay in the joint family. Her husband takes the major decision on even issues on family size, family monthly budget, and all these things. Husband is taking the issues. So, whenever she also tries to get some attention, because in the household decisions she is not having much say. So, when she is going out for shopping for markets and all, she tries to be well dressed and all, so that even when she is going to buy vegetables, good night, tips, cokes. So, she is very well dressed. Any money in hand would be spent in buying nail polish to match her latest shoes, so that it catches attention of people. She is well noticed. She would be happier if you admire her outfit rather than her cooking. So, like that. The next is the Hey Bhagwan moaner. This is the 12% of the urban population. So, this is like this is little bit of lower middle income housewife, not much educated, and therefore, she cannot get all the things which the urban people, I mean the upper class ladies, which the other people which we are talking about, they are much more in a secure situation. They are not in very secure situation, this Hey Bhagwan moaners. So, they but they have the aspiration. If they get some money, so they aspire to follow the lifestyle of the other ladies or the affluent ladies. So, maybe the pouch packs of the shampoos like Dove or Tresemme, she might or the pouch packs of Surf Excel, the unbranded cosmetics, these actually catches her attention, because she likes, she aspires to become like the upper class ladies, but she does not have money. So, she also may be very interested in joining different kind of contests, which is there with some products. So, that if she gets some lottery, she can buy some gold jewelry or some good things. So, now these are the different lifestyles which has been talked about, and the implications to the marketers are particularly for targeting and positioning the product. Since you know how to segment the market, so and what are the potential segment you should target, that you can find out whether you are talking about the Hey Bhagwan moaner, then you will talk about, then you will design pouch packs maybe, or you are coming up with the low end variations of different brands of nail polish or something, or small size of nail polish or lipstick, of even the branded lipsticks in a very small size, so that it can satisfy their aspiration. So, whom are you targeting? Based on that, you can actually design your promotional message. So, of course, your positioning and your promotional message. You will actually have to create a replica in the promotional message also, like when Tanish shows the couple like Amitabh Bachchan and Jaya Bachchan, the image, the kind of image of Jaya Bachchan is shown that matches with the product Tanishq diamond. Or in Kalyan jeweler also they have been shown. So, expensive jewelers, it quite well matches with the kind of image which has been shown by Jaya Bachchan, the interiors which has been shown in and around her. So, you have to create the slice of life even in the advertisement, if you really want to target this particular segment, so that they can identify themselves with the models or the advertisements. You have to select your distribution strategy accordingly. If you see that if you are targeting a customer like Maria or Sono, you can see they prefer to go to buy vegetables from the mandis every day, little bit of vegetables they will buy every day, so that they can go frequently to the market, and because that is the only outlet where they can actually dress up and they can seek attention up, they can talk to people, mingle with people, and interact with other housewives and all. So, for them you are you are not targeting the departmental stores are not targeting actually this kind of people, but rather departmental stores can target Karelu Home Pride, Pataka Cool, or maybe Hasmukh Popular. And then of course, different sales promotion offers, free gifts, this may catch the attention of course of the Hey Bhagwan Moner and so on and so forth. So, this is how if you can use AIO classification, that is the activities, interest and opinion of people. So, you can actually based on that you can classify the customers in several lifestyle segments, and accordingly you can position and plan your products as well as the promotion and distribution activities. So, this much for today. Thank you and see you in the next session.